You are welcome to I Can Make It. I was so excited coming to share thoughts with you on I Can Make It. I want you to know that God has a plan, and the plan of God cannot be aborted. I want to welcome you and thank God for your life. With me in this studio today is Brother Callistus. We are so excited coming to share thoughts
Always
with you.
excited.
Hello, brother.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I wrote something down here. If you don't try, you have already failed. So try.
I like that
If
one.
you don't try, you have already failed. If you have to try.
Just try.
No, there's a song. You know, there's a song.
Yes.
It used to say,
Bongezigwe?
not to know.
Bongezigwe.
You can get it
If you really want. Okay, Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah,
I think,
you can get it if you really want, but you must try. Try and try. Try and try. You can see that later. You know, it's very important that you keep on trying. Don't give up. If you fail now, go again, go again, go again. You'll be shocked. By the time you go, maybe the first time you saw a cloud like a man's hand, and before you know, you begin to hear a sound of abundance, and you begin to know you did not see rain, you did not see cloud, but you will see the whole dish filled with water. What happened? That is where the unseen hand of God can do anything for your life. It doesn't matter what is happening today. I strongly believe you can make it. You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, my brother. And thank you too, brothers out there, partners out there. How are we doing today? I'm sure that we're doing great. Thank you so much for connecting with us. You know, we are here for you. All right. I remember back those days in school, we had some funny lecturers. They would say that that we are there for them, not that they are there for us. I don't know how they put it, but you guys have made our coming to this place very meaningful. I mean, each time we're coming here, to the studio to sit, we know we have people out there who are very important. We know we have people out there who are supportive. We know we have people out there who are receptive, who can receive what we have to offer, and they will run with those things and they will become better for it. Welcome again. It's a beautiful day. All right, so today we want to talk poverty, but we're not talking for poverty. We are talking against poverty.
Wow.
I want to start by asking you, how can we define poverty? I mean, just to a layman out there, or just somebody, just simplify to the simplest, form.
Well, poverty is not wanting to use what you have.
Because there is something to have.
Everybody
There is
has
something that you have.
Everybody has something.
Something.
Poverty is not wanting to use what you
what you
have.
have.
I'll give you an illustration. A day came, a king wanted to travel, so he had some servants. He gave to them 2, he gave one 5, he gave another one 1. The one that has 5 said, okay, instead of me to hold this 5, let me trade with it. He went and traded with it.
That's right.
And he traded with it, then before you know it, that 5,
100%
they got
profit.
5.
Yes.
He got 100. The other one that have to went, and all of a sudden he used it, and before you know, he had 4. And when the man came, the man that have 1, instead of him to use what he has, he neglected it, he rejected it. He was busy looking at other people. Oh, that man have 5. But you see, the person that gave to you was always coming to come and check what have you done with what you have. Now today, a lot of people, it's not as the result of how much you don't have in your bank account.
Yes.
No, sometimes it might just be the idea. You sell your idea. You sell the idea you have, and it becomes cash. So if poverty is not wanting to use what you have. If it's just to support somebody or support something or go to help somebody, and before you know it, you now have. You that were not having, you start having. Why? Because there's always, in every labor, there is profit. So poverty is neglecting what you have.
I like this.
Yeah,
like
poverty is neglecting
like
what
this.
you have.
I
What
like
happened
this.
to that man? The one that have 1 refused to use it. Listen to me. All fingers are not equal. We are not all the same, but we
The
are on
abilities
a
are
mission.
different. Yes,
We
yes.
are on a mission. I want to let you know this. Nobody is richer than anybody.
Wow.
Everybody's problem is his size.
Wow.
Everybody. I don't have an aircraft, so why should I be praying that God should give me aviation oil? You that have an aircraft, go and do your aircraft business and look for the aviation oil yourself. Now, if you are complaining, I might not be able to relate to what you are complaining. but I'm busy with my bicycle. And I'm rich
And
because
you are
I'm
moving.
able.
Yes.
Listen to me now. I am rich because I'm able to reach my destination according, with what I have.
With what you have.
Not on what you have, because your destination is not my destination. My destination in destiny is different from your destination in destiny, but we all have a destiny.
So the different transportation means,
Yes,
you know, it's according to your distance. Yes, yes.
Not according. Yes, because you see, I'm not going to sit down here and begin to blame why was I not given. Maybe I wasn't designed for that. For example, now there are some people right now. If you give them money, they'll marry more wives. Because they right from their mind, because of their poor mindset
mentality.
Yeah, they think that, oh, if
money
I can conquer more, it's not just love now, it's conquering. Because the woman that rejected them, they will now go and say, okay, you reject me, all right, I will buy you Mercedes S8 there, I will buy you. No, that's poverty.
Wow.
It doesn't make you anything. So
in essence,
yes,
what I'm getting from your definition is
yes,
that poverty is not lack. Oh, because everybody has
a lack. For example, the man that has an aircraft has a lack, and he's praying.
Come on.
And he's also praying to the God that me I'm praying to. Because that one is the one that gave us everyone according to our several abilities. Now, there's something that I saw. He said they were all priests. One was giving some bad wagon. He gave some 4 bad wagons. He gave one. But the other one, he didn't give a bad wagon. But they were priests.
All of them.
All of them. We are all human. But we are not called into the same assignment. God bless you. You have 2 aircraft. You have 4 aircraft. Congratulations. But my bullet is taking me to with that my mobility.
Congratulations to you too.
Why not? If you don't congratulate me, I'll congratulate myself. So the man that has and the man that say I don't have, it's not because the man doesn't have, because he does not recognize what he has. Because nobody is empty.
Nobody is empty.
Because listen, the reason if you look at the way the world, something you look at, oh, this world is not perfect. The world is properly perfect, it's arranged.
Very balanced.
Because you see why? How do I know it's balanced? When I wake up this morning, I have 6 o'clock. The richest man in the world has the same 6 o'clock. So what am I doing
with
my own 6 o'clock? So if what I do with what I have is the determinant factor according to my destination. If that is because my eye, my mind, my understanding, my spirit is open up in that area.
That's right.
And the man that you think that has everything also has a need that you can meet. If you know what you are doing.
Things are balanced.
It's interwoven.
Yes.
Wow, you do your part, I do my part, and everybody. And the funny thing about it, we are all parting with something.
You must part with something.
You must part with something. That's do your part. He does the part, and his part, as you are parting, everybody is getting.
There is a balance.
There is a balance. But the man that refused, like the wicked, the way he described, he said, this wicked. He called the man that did not use his own wicked. Who is the man wicked to? 1, to himself. 2, to his relation. 3, to his environment. Is wicked.
So a poor man is a wicked person.
A poor man is not just a wicked, he is very wicked.
Very wicked.
He's always thinking that somebody owe him. Very wicked.
Wow.
He's always planning. If you are in relation to a poor man, if your brother is a poor man, every time he look at you is that you should die.
Yeah.
So that he can get it. Another one that they always look at somebody's pocket. Sometimes you see a poor man, his brother lost his wife. He will not say he want to marry his brother's wife.
Imagine.
That's it. Very poor. He thought that everything he sees, he look as if everything is just for pleasure. No. There are cause and effect. So if you don't use what you have, you become a poor. And especially even when you are not serious with what you are doing, you become a poor. You know, there's a saying in Proverbs that says, "It become a poor that dealeth with his slack." What is slack hand? A slack hand is a man that is idle, not committed. You give him something to do. Give him a glass to hold. Just bring the glass for me now. Before you hear bang bang, he has broken. What happened? He hand.
The hands are here.
The hand. He can't even. A poor man is a man that go to hunting. He will kill the animal. He will not go and sleep. He won't roast it. Why did you kill the animal? He would have lived for somebody else. Let the animal be enjoying its life and gather more strength so that somebody that needs it.
Just leave the animal to get decayed and
yes.
get
Why? What's your essence? You say I killed. Did you roast it? there are always consequences for action. So a poor man is a man that refuses to use what you have, and poverty is in a mindset.
It's not in what you don't have.
It's your
Or in
mindset.
what you lack is what is
It's in the
here.
mind.
Listen to this. Do you feel like you are poor and your paycheck is never enough? You know, like many other people, you should know that you are still poor, and the reason behind it is you.
No, it's not. It's from somebody from their village.
I
You know,
know.
you know, people always blame.
My village.
They blame, and this, no, the funny thing. I'm here to advocate for people from your village. They want to come to the town where you are coming from. They also want
They
to.
also want to
They
come
also
to the
want to
town.
come to the town.
And you are there blaming
And
them,
you are blaming them, and they are also blaming you.
Yeah, because
They
they
are
are also
blaming you.
expecting that
They are
things will be coming
expecting that
from you.
something should come from there. So please be focused. Look at what it says here. The problem here, it is you, not me, not the government, because the government is not from Mars. The government is from here. So it's not the government. What's stopping you from printing a poster and call yourself
And go and
president?
contest,
Is
yes.
anybody stopping you? So if you refuse to do something, something will do you. So go and engage. Stop pointing, accusing finger. Nobody is the reason why we are where we are. We are where we are because of where we are and because of who we are.
Listen to this. Yes, poverty is not a financial state, but what? But a mindset.
Set.
We said it earlier. So all you need to do is to change what?
Your mindset.
Your mindset. Remove your mindset from the people in your village, your great grandfather, and your mother's people, your cousin, that your rich uncle didn't send you to school, and all
Not
that.
pay your school
They
fees.
didn't pay your school fees, and all that. When serious hunger comes, hunger doesn't have ears to hear those kind of stories.
Hunger is religiously blind. Does not enter to Christian or Muslim.
His uncle blind,
He's
his
religiously
father
blind.
blind, his education blind.
He's blind. He's color blind.
He's color blind.
Hunger does not have respect for person. You are hungry, you are hungry.
All right, so we want to share with you some things that you will do. So we bring to you some reasons why people are still poor and how they can change and how they can become, better for it. Number one here, we say the reason for poverty is lack of self-motivation. Lack of what? Self-motivation. We said poverty is what? Is mindset. Is in the mind. Is in the mind. Is in the mind. But also wealth, and which is also what? It's in the mind. So if you think that you are wealthy, you are wealthy. Because that thinking alone will propel your living, will propel some action, inside of you, and you begin to think of what next to do in your life. So we say here, motivation is the primary driver of what? Of our work. You see a man who is working, you see a man who is flying a plane, that is what? That is a motivation behind that.
Definitely.
All right, so it's a reason, it's a driver of what? Of our work. Without the motivation, or without motivation, we would rather stay in the bed all day. Like you always say, that a man who sleeps all the time is, a man sleeps because he doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, I said sleep become more interesting.
Interesting.
When you have nothing to do. I have nowhere to go.
Nothing to do. So no driver, nothing to motivate, nothing to tell you, hey, wake up from that bed or rise up what from that bed. And sometimes we know that hunger can be what? Can be a motivation.
Yes, sir.
That is, if you see it that way, if you are hungry, you miss breakfast, you miss lunch, and it's looking like you're going to miss dinner. Bros, you will wake up and look for
not to miss anyone again, to recover from the one you have missed.
I look for what to do. This reminds me, when I was a little boy, I just remember this now. We used to just, wake up in the morning and go around our area looking for used, aluminium, used and disposed aluminium. Okay, so we would just gather them, put them in a bag, take them to what they call the buyback market. It's what we call pantikas. In Nigeria parlance, it's the market we call pantikas. Where you buy used things, and all that. So we take them and then we weigh them. By the time we weigh them, sometimes I got just enough to get me a slice of bread and a cup of tea. Anyway, why am I saying this? One of these days, I had finished what I was doing, and then I sat, and I saw a young man who had 3 different plates of meals on his table. What was he doing? Because somebody had to ask, So he had, pap, a plate of pap, one side, and then what we call akara, baked bean or bean cake, and then he had 2 plates of, rice, 2 different plates of rice. So he said the pap was for, he had not eaten since morning. The mentality, he had not eaten since morning, so the pap was for breakfast. The first plate of rice was to handle the lunch, and then of course the second plate of rice was to what? Was to cover up for the dinner. And he started out, but of course he didn't finish the pap. He didn't finish the first plate of rice. He didn't also finish the second plate. So he just wasted, what he was doing. Yeah, but what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, what was the motivation for that man to buy?
Hunger.
It's hunger. Hunger.
And for hunger, it now move it to wastage.
Well, yes, to wastage. But what we're saying is that let your motivation be a well-guided motivation, because people have different kinds of motivation. I mean, for example, an armed robber. What is the motivation for an armed robber? I mean, what would you say, motivated an armed robber to go and say? Because I believe that the same energy, the same wits, the same intelligence. Because to rob is some intelligence. I mean, it's some level of intelligence. You know that. So I am saying the same armed robber and a multi-millionaire. What are their motivations? Do they have different motivations? Because the millionaire most likely came from a very, very humble background, and that humble background could just be could just be the motivation to want to make it, and chase away poverty out of his life, out of his family's life. What about the armed robber? What is the motivation of the armed robber? What are we saying there? You must have motivation, but let your motivation be be a guided motivation. What do you say about that, sir?
Yeah, when you're just talking about an armed robber, what motivates an armed robber? Because he have not been caught.
The first time, by the time they catch him and beat him very well.
By the time when they catch him, that's why you always see that they speak the right language. They always blame somebody from the headquarters, which is the devil. They say it's the one that caused it, because we cannot always reach that one. But him that we can reach, we talked about the reason why you are poor is you. It's even a poor-minded person that steals. It takes poverty to steal. A rich man does not steal. It's a poor man that steals. Now, how do I say? What do I mean? When you see a poor man, it's a poor man that a poor man don't always steal for himself. He also steals for his children unborn. He believes that if he doesn't keep and heap and gather, he's always thinking. A poor man thinks that he will live forever. A poor man even wants his street to be named after him. Sometimes a poor man will steal money that he doesn't need. It's poverty. I give you an example. If you look at, let me give you an example, because we happen to be in Nigeria. You find out that you hearing money that have moved. If those men will eat 10 million every day, and these men look at their age, they can't finish it.
They can't finish it.
So what are they?
Even the houses they live in, or the houses they own, they can't live in those houses.
So tell me, it's poverty? Because you see, if you look at the people, the other side of the people, the white men that we leave our country to go and buy a house in their country, they don't buy here.
They don't.
And they don't need it. Okay, just imagine. You know why poverty is a very bad thing? It's stronger than, poverty is stronger than coronavirus. One woman called it, she said, coronavirus. It is very strong. You know why? You will buy 1,000 kVA generator for your house. You will buy 1,000 generator for your guest house. You will buy 1,000 kVA for your village.
So much waste.
At the end of the day, only you will own the generator. The rest people are in darkness. Are you not seeing that you are poor?
So what you are saying that, I mean, for instance, those people who are in a position of authorities where they are taking,
where they are authorizing themselves to take part,
so they have
it's
the poverty
mentality. Because if they are rich, they will know that to be rich means to be rich.
Everybody.
Yes.
For everybody.
Yes. So we do things for everybody. But because they are poor, they are self-centered. They are single-minded. They are just single on their own, and it does not help. And it leads to other wicked activities. Because somebody will not say, okay, when me I get there, I will also do the same thing. Let us drop poverty. Let's take riches, which is very, very, accessible to reach everybody. In so doing, we build a better society and create a better environment for everyone around us. If one man is rich in a family, that family is still poor. If everybody will have to come to you.
Yeah, because everybody will come and take away all that he has.
Yes, if everybody will have to come to you, something is wrong. One of the best things you can do is to make sure every tree take its root from the source.
From the source.
And everybody produce. Everybody is green. Everybody. That is why you look at what God created. Everything that God created can sustain himself. He makes sure nobody is dependent on anybody. For example, you see the star. There's no wire that connects the other star to the other star.
But everybody, and they are doing fine. Everybody has their space.
They are
no complaint, no fighting, no
if you look at the tree, every tree has its own root. The reason is that everyone, he created them to be sufficient in themselves. If we can walk as human and be sufficient in ourselves, you will see riches. That's why you see rich countries. You see them, everybody sufficient in themselves. The one that cannot produce cellophane will provide pencil. The one that cannot provide pencil will do this. Everybody, they are all self-sufficient. This idea of depending on someone or somebody somewhere is poverty. When we are all self-sufficient, everyone is producing, everyone is doing something, everyone has something and brings something to the table, you will see
there will be no lack.
There will be no lack. You have more than
plenty.
enough. So poverty is not using what you have and neglecting what you have and begin to look at someone else.
Let me ask you these questions. What motivates you to work? What do you love about work, and how can you find motivation in life? There are questions for you. If your motivation bucket gets empty, find the source to refill the bucket. And move forward and thrive. So in other words, every day something should motivate you. Every day something should motivate you. And sometimes I even tell people, whatever motivates you shouldn't just motivate you just for yourself. Let it motivate you, like we said, so that you can what? You can reach what? To others. You can reach to others. I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, no, it's very important. Just like what you said, what is your motivation? Find something. What somebody asked me some years ago, what is your drive? I said, my drive, I don't like to beg.
You know, I've asked you this question in some of our episodes. And I remember you said your motivation is that you hate poverty. You don't want to beg.
I don't want you can see now. That's something, and I'm still repeating it. It's my motive. I don't like begging. So what do? I use what I have. And another thing again, it brings you to a place where you also have respect for others that are doing something worthwhile.
True.
So you don't have to. It's not good. Begging does not make any money.
And also it gives you respect as well. Because the Bible says that the one who borrows is or the lender. The one who borrows is also a servant to the one who lends.
So it's very important.
So there's no mutual respect at all.
At all.
No
so
mutual respect.
Fill your bucket, motivate yourself. What motivates you? I hate to beg. I don't want to see my children starve. I don't like my children coming to ask for, and I don't have.
School fees drive.
School fees,
they send you a chart every time. There will be school fees drive next month or next week or next.
And you'll be shocked. In the whole school, it's only you with the same test. You'll be shocked because they know you.
You have to forbid that.
And you have to. And the way to forbid it is to delay gratification, knowing that there's time for everything. You don't buy everything. You know, that's why I don't like people that owe debt for nothing. You just go into, you can actually stop those things.
Yes.
And stay with what you have. And it gives you respect. It makes your children to have a proper understanding and say, so and so thing, this is what is happening.
Their daddy as a very responsible person.
Not every now and then.
And they see you as a role model.
Yes, well, now and then you are always in one thing or the other. It's very important. Use what you have. Don't be like the man that went to hide it. Let that thing motivate you. The ability to say, okay, I want to be free. I don't like to beg. I don't want to borrow. A borrower is a slave.
It's a slave
to the man that lent to him. And there are borrow that you don't need to. delay gratification.
That's right.
You don't need to go and borrow something where you can. For example, now eating without meat. Yes, you must
not a sin.
It's not a sin that you are doing
are
something
eating and there's no meat in your
without
soup,
meat.
you know,
Somebody
yes.
say, I cannot eat empty food. Who told you it's empty? Who said so?
Is it the meat that determines whether
The
food is empty or
so the
full?
food, the food is empty. It's empty because you have not been able to fill that vacuum in your life. So go ahead and fill it. And it will not be empty anymore.
When you get some gari, you get some granite. That's a beautiful
Good combination. Are you saying that one is empty?
There's no meat inside.
Are you saying that
No,
this
that
combination is
is
empty?
empty.
It's not. It's at your level. Swallow it
Wow,
and give praise
at
to
your
God.
level.
Tomorrow,
Wow.
you know, sometimes you don't even understand. You go buy small chicken, feed it. Before you know it, become big.
It become big.
It can even lay egg for you. There are so many things you can go about this, and it become a process that you have gone through. Listen to me. You can make it. Don't give up and begin to complain and begin to talk about, oh, the economy is bad, oh, the government. Go and print your poster. You join a political party and contest and correct this wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you think
You're
that
always
somebody
crying about,
is
yeah.
going to come back from space to come and correct it, it's not going to happen. No other country can make your country better. Whether your country is going to be better, it's not going to be better, it's not anywhere. It's in your hand. Remember what we read? It's in your hand.
It's
Okay.
in your hand. I think we can call it, a wrap here, except if we still have, some more time, then should we take one more?
No, I just look, we don't
Your
have
time, all right.
time. Now, but I want to tell you,
Yeah.
with just a joy coming to share thoughts with you. Some of these things that we have shared, see, listen to me, it's in the mindset.
Yeah.
Sit down, take barrel and paper, write down, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do. Look at it, put everything together, check what you have. You see, your blessing will not come from outside. It's always from the within. It's what a man eats that you vomit. There is a gift. That is why when you were coming to this world, you fold your hand. And that's why, because you came with something. And I tell you something, that's why when you die empty. You open your hand. So you close your hand as you have come. Brother, open it and deliver it. So that at the end of the day, you will leave here empty. Until we see you again in our next edition, this is Simon and Samantha. I'm Brother Kadise. We love you.
We love you.
And you can make it. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a great, great day.